What's good, y'all, and welcome to another vid. I said that unless I see with my own two eyes that Talon and Merrick can equip the tactical mastery artifacts, I will not for a single second believe that these heroes are tactical mastery, and that is what I stand by. And now we even have a way to verify it, to test it, because I managed to get my hands on 4 new artifacts from the tactical mastery class, a legendary one and 3 mythic ones. So let's go to Talon, let's go to our artifacts, and let's scroll through them. And as you can see, it's all the known ones, the usual ones. And if we now go into here, under legendary, you have exclusive to the Rook, or what we call tactical mastery. Spirit of the Pack increases damage by 10% after moving, gains an extra 5% damage increase for 10 seconds. That is just the legendary artifact. I think we cannot upgrade them as of this moment because we don't have a character to give them to. Let me see if I can find a way to upgrade. Alright, so you can see class limited. We cannot replace it. We can upgrade it through this shenanigan thing right here though. So let's bring it up to 25, see what kind of effect we're looking at once it's fully upgraded. So we have a 12%. While the 5% stays the same. So if it's 2%, then I would have to guess it ends up being what, 20% at the end? 20% full damage bonus with a 5% extra, meaning that is a strong legendary artifact. Just for legendary artifacts, this already seems pretty strong, though we always have to keep in mind legendary artifacts, they don't really stay relevant for long. There's a couple ones, like for example, Idrit's Gaze or Shadow Gaze, both gazes, though here we go, we have a 20 with an extra 5 on normal base stats. You can already see it right here. I haven't looked at these, we're gonna look at them together. The very first legendary or mythic artifact for the new Rook Tactical Mastery, whatever class, what does it do? Helm of Helios. Increases damage by 15% after casting the ultimate. Allies within 2 tiles gain a extra 10% damage increase for 10 seconds. So this is an artifact that not only boosts the damage of the character that wears the artifact, but also a allies buffing artifact. So the only thing similar we have to this is the Orb of Euphoria, which currently boosts attack speed in certain intervals, though this is obviously something worth a bit more. The real question is it a 10% damage increase buff? Does it stack with other 10% damage increases? And also, I mean, look at this, it is pretty much a free bonus after casting the ultimate. And also the damage bonus, look at that, it is going up all the way to 25% flat out damage bonus. But I find the design to be a pretty interesting choice to give us a helmet while we were crying for new gear pieces. With the next one being a Mantle, the Shawl of the Lifegiver. Increasing max HP by 10% after casting the ultimate, applies an extra healing to 3 ally units with the lowest HP percentage within a tile, restoring HP equal to 15% of their max HP. So you now have the choice to give the tactical mastery hero either the helmet, which allows you to give more damage every ultimate, or this Mantle, which allows you to heal surrounding allies by 15% of their max HP. Okay, that is very, very interesting. So if we go forward here, let's see what we can get at the maximum. I would guess maximum HP is then going to be what? Max 20%, which is kind of huge. So imagine this as being like a on the field movable tank that you can then give this to, or maybe even a ground-based healer, or maybe they aren't even restricted to ground and platform tiles the way we think. Maybe you could run the healer on the field, you could run the healer on the ground, and then use him to heal other allies. Which brings us to the very last artifact, the boots. Let's check them out, and they are Dwarven Striders. Increases all attributes of the hero by 5% after casting the ultimate, gains an extra increase to all attributes by 1%. This increase can stack up to 3 times. Do we now have a new best in slot artifact? Something that you would really like. I mean, obviously it's for a class of a hero we don't have. But still, I mean, basic attributes. Yes, I know something that's lacking is like a damage increase or like an attack increase, maybe crit damage increase or anything like that. But percentage based base attribute increase as well as a stacking increase up to, if this goes on, a 13% stat boost, or is it going to go to 12? No, it stops at, oh, it stopped at 8, but now you can stack it 5 times. Okay, so you're getting a permanent 8% stat increase and the ability to increase that stat boost to 13% after casting the ultimate 5 times. That is pretty huge. That is pretty big. So overall 13% stat increase, which also obviously refers, I mean, it even says all attributes, makes you wonder if maybe they count Rage Region as an attribute. Probably not, but goddamn, those are some mighty boots. Okay, I mean, now if we look at the class and if we take into account what we already know to an extent, let's go up and let's see if we can find all these artifacts together. 25, there we go. Those are the mythic ones. I mean, it's legendary ones always somewhere. So the legendary one was just a damage increase as well as one after moving, right? The helmet. Come on, too many artifacts to scroll through. No, it's down here again still. So yeah, after moving, you would be up to 25% damage increase. I'm sorry. And then for the last one, so obviously this class revolves around positioning. That's what they said, right? That this whole theme seems to be positioning on the battlefield. Though I still think it's a bit of a gut punch for them to give us boots, a cloak, and a helmet as artifacts. Because we were wishing for nothing more than boots, helmets, maybe a cloak as actual gear pieces to maybe make our already existing heroes stronger. So, I don't know. It does hurt a bit, though we have max HP increase with the chance or with the ability to restore HP %. We have a max attribute increase that goes up to 13% and also a 25% damage increase plus the ability to grant damage increase to allies for 10 seconds. So a ally boosting artifact. Interesting. So, what did we learn today? We learned that Merrick is not a tactical mastery hero. Talon is not a tactical mastery hero. Tactical mastery heroes might be just on their way based on us already seeing these finished artifacts. So maybe that's the plan for the anniversary. Who knows? So maybe we have to be a bit more careful with the whole poison meta, poison synergy. If these heroes do turn out better than expected, and these artifacts at least let us let us have some hope, because oh boy, they do look kinda sick. Peace!